I just want to celebrate another game they're winning. I just want to celebrate. Sens win 4-1 over the New York Rangers. Geez, this whole winning thing? I could get used to this. Last 10 games, the Sens are 6-4. After the way things went for the majority of the season, honestly, the last 10 games I didn't think they'd win any of them. The fact that they have 6 wins already is just incredible. I mean, part of it last night was the fact that the Rangers were totally disinterested in playing, but at least Ottawa took advantage. As always though, let's kick things off with lineup changes. It was a bit of a busy few days for the Sens, who made a number of changes to their roster. Down to Belleville went Christian Wolanin, up came Andreas Englund. Then the day of the game, Ben Harpur was ruled out because of illness, and Christian Wolanin was recalled anyway. So Wolanin and Englund both played. Mikhail Bodker was once again the healthy scratch up front, and after getting a few games off, Anders Nilsson returned to the net. And with the Sens forwards playing together for a number of games in a row, they're starting to build confidence and chemistry, and it didn't take them long to flex their offensive muscles. After some early chances, the Sens go to the power play and grab the lead. Tkachuk feeds Tierney, he goes across the ice to Ryan, he fires a wrister by Lundqvist, and with under 8 minutes left in the first period, the Sens lead 1-0. That's Ryan's first goal in 5 games, and second in his last 20. That gets him off the schneid, but he left the game early last night, so it's not likely it's going to do anything for him going into the summer. At least Ottawa's winning 1-0 though. And despite Ottawa taking a penalty and literally handing the Rangers a chance to tie the game on a silver platter, the Rangers don't take advantage, and Ottawa makes it 2-0. I mean, the penalty was a little bogus, because Cody Ceci got tripped, and then tripped the guy that tripped him, and got the only penalty. But at least Ottawa took advantage. Smith forces a turnover in his own zone, races all the way down the ice, feeds Pajärvi, who goes back to Smith, he puts one by Lundqvist, and the Sens lead 2-0. Not even a minute and a half after the Sens grab the lead, Zach Smith gets his 14th shorthanded goal as a Sen and moves into second place on their all-time list. I mean, the penalty was bogus, and the fact that Ottawa was shorthanded was just unacceptable. But at least they got the goal, followed it up with a good shift, and got another one. Both teams pressed for a late first period goal, neither can find the back of the net, and the Sens take a 2-0 lead into the second period. Then early in period 2, the Sens go to the power play, and their lead grows. The Rangers are on a delayed penalty, the Sens have an unbelievable chance to score, Chris Tierney has a wide open net, gets hooked, can't put it in, and all of a sudden the Sens have a 5-on-3 power play for 2 minutes. While on that power play, Chabot sends a shot on goal, Lundqvist makes the save, Colin White bangs away at the rebound, kicks the puck with his back skate, goes to the side of the net, Brady Tkachuk standing right there. He easily taps it in the empty net, and the Sens lead 3-0. I don't know if Colin White meant to do that, but it looked very intentional, and it was an incredible pass. That's a big-time goal, as it gives the Sens a bit of a cushion. Now all they need to do is follow that up with a couple of good shifts. But the Sens weren't able to do that. 1 minute and 1 second later, the Rangers move into the Sens zone. Nemesnikov feeds Anderson, he has a partial breakaway, he dekes out Nilsson, puts it by his outstretched pad, and just like that, Ottawa's lead is cut to 3-1. And once again, immediately after scoring a goal, the Sens give one right back. At least this time they still have a 2-goal lead. And despite completely handing away momentum, thanks in large part to Nilsson and a goal post from Buchnevich, the Sens hold their 2-goal lead and get to the third period. Despite the Sens having a 2-goal lead, they don't sit back in the third, and late in the period, they find the dagger. With just over 5 minutes left in the period, the Rangers have the puck in their own zone and try to break it out. Brian Gibbons steals it from Mika Zibanejad, it lands on the stick of Pionk, he steals it from Pionk, then feeds White, who goes back to Gibbons. He's now got a wide open net because Henrik Lundqvist is way out of position. He taps it in the empty net, and the Sens lead 4-1. And as I have said many times since the trade deadline, Brian Gibbons comes through again. For a guy who could barely get into Anaheim's lineup earlier this season, what a stretch of hockey he's played. What the Sens decide to do with him in the offseason will be interesting to see. Do they give him a contract extension? Do they let him walk? Do they give him 1 year or many years? If I'm Pierre Dorion, I'm looking to get him on a 1-year contract and seeing from there. And that goal would stand up as the dagger, as the Rangers really don't have much after that, and Ottawa skates away with a 4-1 win. And just like that, Ottawa's won 4 of 6, and life is awesome in Sensland. There's only 2 games left. Please run the table. As always though, let's get in to good news, bad news. 2 power play goals and a shorthanded goal before the game's 24 minutes old. The Sens special teams were terrific last night, especially early in the contest, and that is the good news. You look at the flow of the game last night. The Sens get a power play in the first period, take advantage. Less than a minute later, the Rangers have a power play, and Ottawa scores a shorty to take a 2-goal lead. Then early in the second, the Sens have a 5-on-3 power play, take advantage of that, and extend it to 3-0. And really, for the most part, last night's game was pretty even at 5-on-5. Ottawa took advantage on their special teams, and that was the difference. The Sens were 2 for 6 on the power play, the Rangers were 0 for 2, and the Sens had a shorty. Ottawa was very good on the special teams last night, and that is the good news. Now, for the bad news. The Sens turned the puck over 20 times last night, and that is the bad news. It's not even a matter of the fact that they turned the puck over 20 times. It's where they kept happening. You know, you never like to turn the puck over, but if Ottawa turns the puck over deep in New York's end, it's not really the end of the world. Takes away a bit of a scoring chance, but at least you have plenty of opportunity to get back and play defense. What Ottawa consistently did last night was turn the puck over in their own end. If you're not getting it out of your own end, you're giving the other team second chance opportunities. The more opportunities you give them, the more opportunities they have to score. And the more opportunities they have to score, the more times they're going to score. It didn't really hurt Ottawa last night because the Rangers weren't really that interested in playing and didn't do a good enough job offensively, but it's going to hurt them if they continue it. Sure, there's only 2 games left in the season now, but this is about building good habits for next year. Ottawa didn't do that last night because they turned the puck over way too many times. And that is the bad news. Next up, the Sens return to action tonight when they visit the Buffalo Sabres. The contest will be the 4th and final meeting of the season between the two teams, with the Sens currently holding a 2-1 edge in head-to-head play. After Ottawa picked up a 4-2 win in Ottawa on November 1st, and Buffalo picked up a 9-2 win in Buffalo on November 3rd, the teams didn't play each other again until last week, when Ottawa beat Buffalo 4-0 in Ottawa. Since then, the Sens are 2-2, while Buffalo's lost 4 in a row, all part of a losing streak that's seen the Sabres lose 8 straight hockey games. But the Sabres have been off since Tuesday night when they played at home, so the energy advantage is squarely in the corner of Buffalo. Ottawa is also expected to start newly signed goaltender Joey Daccord tonight, so the defense is going to need to come through in a big way. Please don't hang them out to dry, and please pick up a win. See you later tonight.